It's on a rainbow nut butter box that we got, and I'm live now already. Okay, here we are, take two tonight. I believe I don't know if we're going to the opposite end of the world from where we were, because we were in Pennsylvania, and I'm not sure where our next guest is, if she's at home or if she's at work. But anyways, we'll find out. But I'm going to run through the sponsors real fast. We got Morning Sun Marketplace out in Thomasville, Pennsylvania with Rick and Sue Fritz. Hawk Wings up in Jackson, Minnesota. If you need a wing for whatever you're racing, give them a look. They got them all. My Race Pass, like I say every time, if you're a race fan and you don't have My Race Pass, you need to get it, because they cover a lot of races in America, and now they're in Australia. So Kaiser Wheels down here in Alton, Iowa. Be Wiser, by Kaiser. Kudum Auto Sales in Inwood, Iowa. R&K Insulation, also in Inwood, Iowa. Houston Speedway, which we like to call our home track because it's only 20 minutes from here. Mother's Day is right around the corner. Fulkins Brothers Trucking for everything they do for me and Bud and for racing in general. And of course, they do haul livestock for a living, so give Trim a call. S2F, or Start to Finish, another streaming service. Power Eye and Port City are the big ones for us, but there is a ton more. We're going to have to, someday I'll write it down, Bud, and I'll read the whole list.
Just saw they were doing go-karts.
Yeah, it's got everything. And anyways, then we also like to thank Hero Haven for everything that they do for the first responders and the vets. And then we do the Hero of the Night at Huset's on Sunday nights. And then, of course, Lumber Lounge and Garage with Bench Racing with Shane and Snow. You get a chance, look them up. They got some really neat shows. The boys, they know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they typically Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Yeah,
one of those 3 nights.
Yep.
They go live.
Follow them on Facebook. He always lets you know ahead of time when the shows are going to be. It's usually around 8 o'clock.
All right, here we go. Hey, we're back at Hoagie's Garage for take 2 tonight, and we have Carly Holmes on with us. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous. How are you guys?
Doing great. So, where are you right now?
I'm currently in Pennsylvania.
What did I do?
I don't know. It says Tanner.
Yeah, but I have Carly on.
Okay. I was going to say, if you screwed that up, Bud, I'm going to have to give you hell.
No, I figured it was probably all right if I threw her brother on there.
Okay. Anyways, back on the show. I was going to pick on him a little bit, and I don't get to, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We love to give each other a little shit once in a while.
So, sorry. So let's go back. Okay. Where are you actually located right now?
I'm currently in Hanover, Pennsylvania, back at Truck Racing, working.
Okay, so we did go back to Pennsylvania because we were just in Pennsylvania. I didn't know if we were going to Oregon or where you were at between the.
Yeah. I did go home for about a week just to kind of spend some time with family. Sister's getting married soon, so we had a bridal shower and stuff like that. So, but now I'm back in Pennsylvania.
Now she's not going to do something silly like get married during racing season, is she?
No, she gets married on one of our off weekends.
Okay. I was hoping she planned that out because things, we got to revolve around certain items,
Yeah. Well, with Tanner and myself being on different schedules, we kind of got to figure out where we're going to be and, plan according to that a little bit.
Because I had to get married back in the day before softball season started. We played a lot of fast pitch softball through the summer, and you just, you can't interrupt the season. So,
sounds silly to a lot of people, but back in the day, we kind of thought we were the real deal.
Yeah, we thought we were something.
Right.
And we had a lot of, that one year we played, 80-some games.
Yeah, we did. That's why.
Oh, wow.
That's why we can't walk or play catch with our kids anymore. But anyways, it's not about you and me, Bud.
Yeah. So, Carly, let's, go way back to when you were young. I know you're still young, but let's go way back.
We call it way back. Me and Bud have to go way back. But you just got to go back a few years.
How did you get started into racing?
So my older brother, Tanner, as most of people know, he started racing, I think when he was 7 or 8 years old. Him and I are 3 years apart. And once he started get going in the goat karts that we did on the West Coast, as I slowly got older, about age 5 or so, I just kind of hopped into one of his karts or, one of the karts we had in the shop, and I just did some practice laps or whatever. And I think from then on, I kind of just wanted to follow, I guess, in his footsteps a little bit, and ran those for, I guess kind of up until just about 2024. I think I kind of did one of my last outlaw kart races. And so, yeah, I just kind of developed through, we had a Predator class, a Subaru, and then kind of worked my way up through the 250 division, and then ran open carts.
Now you've done some 360 racing though too, haven't you, in the big cars?
Yeah, I did a little bit of limited 360 racing back in 22, and then I had my back injury where I fractured a couple vertebrae, and then I got in a 360 sprint car and ran a couple races in those, but it was a little tough trying to do Tanner's deal and also focus on racing. And I think after my back injury too, I think that kind of opened up my eyes a little bit. And so I think I kind of just put more focus onto working on the cars than I did actually racing them.
Because I think I've seen clips of that crash. Did you not end up like out in the woods?
Yeah, I ended up down in like a creek at one of the tracks there on the West Coast. So yeah, and it was kind of just a little bit of a racing deal, leading the race, kind of got a right rear to left front, and that never really ends that well. So
when I've watched the video, and that looks to me like it could have been a lot worse when them trees are going by and stuff,
Yeah, I definitely think it was pretty bad, but
it was
everywhere
bad,
can be worse. Everywhere it can be worse. So
Yep.
So when you're talking go-karts, I assume some of it was on dirt, but as you went, does that change to pavement?
No, everything we did was dirt. There was like asphalt racing a little bit north of us, but we never really were around asphalt stuff really. Most of all of our outlaw kart races were just on dirt, and we just kind of ran. There's a track about an hour and a half north of us, Roseburg, and then we would go run down in California, which was like 3 hours away in Red Bluff. And those were kind of the tracks we focused on mainly. And then we did a little bit of traveling. We went to Montana a couple times and North Carolina when they had their big shows and stuff. But yeah.
Dang, North Carolina.
That's a long ways from Oregon.
Oh yeah, but we'd make a trip out of it. It was always nice. We kind of take 2 weeks and drive back there and drive back out. So
well, I always thought it was nice because it was a family operation you guys had. Mom and dad were along all the time. I mean, you showed up in little old Rock Rapids one time here, and me and my wife brought sweet corn to you.
Yeah. We've always been a family operation. I think that's what makes it fun, when you're surrounded by your family and good people in general. And they do a lot for us. My mom's she's either selling merch or feeding the crew, and then my dad, he's super truck driver.
Super driver.
Yeah, that's what most people call him.
So anyway, say hi to Mom sometime, at least for my wife. My wife is listening, but she's in Florida.
I was gonna say my mom's probably watching too.
Okay,
so.
Well then, hi Mom. But anyways, let's talk about Mom and Dad. So what are they gonna do now? Because you guys have officially left the nest, you could say.
Yeah. I think they're like my mom just flew out to Florida a little bit for the Volusia when we ran 4 weeks there. So she came 4 days there. She came and hung out and stuff for the week.
Yep.
And then I think they're going to be still a big part of Tanner's deal, selling merchandise.
Okay.
He's going to need help, running his merch trailer a little bit. So they're definitely going to follow High Limit around. Yeah. I think especially like on the West Coast, they'll have the RV, and then they'll come out to all the big shows, I would imagine, and either with the RV or something, they'll come and hang out for all the big events.
So they're not going to go into total withdrawal from not going to the races.
No. They're still going to be a big part of it, and they got lots going on back home and stuff still too. So, but yeah, no, they'll be around.
Yeah, because we haven't decided yet on Vegas this year, but we got to go out and say hi to Mom last year at Vegas in the t-shirt trailer.
Yep, and they'll be there. They'll bring the RV for that and stuff and camp.
Yep. So how did I know you were driving yourself, but how did you become such a big helper with Tanner within the pit crew and stuff?
I don't exactly. I guess it's just I've always been taught to always work on your own equipment. Like never feel like you're going to get, gifted it, and you just get to, show up to the track and race. So I've always just kind of been that. I've always been taught to be a hard worker too. And that, nothing's ever given to you. So I think that's just kind of a big reason why I felt like I needed to help out Tanner in multiple ways. And I love racing too. So working on it is easy to me because it's like I have fun working on it. So it's not like, to me, it doesn't really feel like a job. It just feels like it's just another day at the track or another day in the shop, and I like to learn engineer work in the sense of like motors and just like even like how to get the car faster, how to make it better, or, what mistake, can you learn from over the weekend. And so yeah, I think I just kind of one day just started working on it and learning more about them, and then kind of just realized I kind of want to do that.
So pretty much what she said right there, but she knows a hell of a lot more than you and me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, just throwing that out there for the general public.
Take much though,
Hey, I know how to push them. I got that much going for me. I can push start them.
There you go.
But so obviously, I don't want to say like a minority, but there are not a lot of young women working in the racing industry, you could say, like what you're doing.
Yeah, not at all.
And
yeah.
So I think it's really cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I actually wish there would be more women in the sport. And I think that's part of the reason too. I actually do enjoy like what I do and try to show other females or, young girls coming up in the sport, whether it's racing or, wanting to just be a mechanic or something, that like you can do it. Like it's not that, it's not hard if you enjoy it and you want to learn and stuff. Like you could be just as good, as the next guy in front of you.
Absolutely.
So,
because is it Bill Rose always had a gal with him?
Yeah. He had a girl working on his cars for a couple years.
Get a hold of her though. I don't think I never got a chance to talk to her. But so obviously now you've taken a big step forward in the racing world, in my opinion. I mean, not that you weren't doing something important, but now you're like on a national traveling team. What is that all like? I mean, how did that come about? Let's put it that way.
So it came about since Tanner went, he's not running his own car this year. So now that he's kind of running the 13 car, it kind of opened the doors for a couple more opportunities for myself. And, our family's always kind of been close with shark racing a little bit since, Tanner drove for Bob in 2023 there at the end of the year. And, it just kind of happened there, I think it was in November or whatever. These guys reached out and just said, hey, like, we'd like to talk to you at Charlotte. I was like, all right, I kind of just kept my doors all open. There was a time I worked for Macri a little bit, for a few weeks. And so I really want to keep my doors open between like November to December just to see what could come up about. And then, like I said, in November, they reached out and they just said, hey, like talk to you. We kind of talked a little bit and it sounded like something I would want to do. I've always kind of wanted to go on the road a little bit. I always kind of felt like it just always looked cool to me. And it just sounded fun. You get to go travel the world and race. So what's better than that?
That's right.
And then, it just kind of, we talked or whatever, and I just accepted it. It is bummed that I'm not working with Tanner, and we're still close. We still talk kind of basically every day. And I'm sure once race season gets going, we'll talk quite a bit and just kind of run things by each other.
Oh, sure. Well, you've been racing with each other for so long. It's natural, you could say.
Yeah. I think it's good. It's good. Like I said, I mean, obviously we do wish we were still, traveling together because I mean, it's nice to be able to, watch videos back and try to help each other get better. But we'll still do all that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Because we get 8 chances at Houston just to tell you thank you in person for coming on our show.
Yeah. I'm looking forward. Like I said, I'm looking forward to travel a lot more. I enjoy traveling, and like I said, I enjoy racing. So there's nothing really better than that. And I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good year. Never done this kind of work before, in the sense that, you're running weekend after weekend after weekend for,
Yeah.
90 straight nights or whatever. And so it'll be good.
Yeah. So what technically was your job with your brother Tanner with the car, and then what is your job going to be now?
So my job with Tanner, it kind of started off as, I really just, when I first started, as I started to learn a lot more, I first learned tires. And so I kind of just started off doing tire work for him. And then as the years went by, just slowly learned the car, and I would do more, as in I would actually maintenance the car. Over the years, I kind of just slowly took the role of, like, not being in charge, but, I dealt with everything, as, maintaining everything, from washing the car to maintaining the car and stuff. And then at the track, over the years, we would have some people who would be like a crew chief come in, and they all just, we didn't really have anybody over a year or whatever. They're kind of at the end. But yeah, this last year it was just me and one other person, and we kind of felt like we got to the point where Tanner and I could make calls on our own, like,
Sure.
Him and I could do it. And I felt like we were we were good. We kind of were missing some things still, but I think, as we were growing, we were still learning a lot
Oh,
too.
yeah. Well, as soon as
So
you
yeah,
quit
I would
learning,
just,
then you're doing something wrong
yeah,
with racing.
right.
Because it evolves and it
Yeah.
changes. And
Yeah, no, for sure. And so, like, now I feel like I'm at the a good spot. Like, right now I'm just kind of like a car chief slash, like, tire person role. I don't know. We don't really call each other anything, because there's only two of us, and we do it all. So, some days I'm maintaining the bars, and some days I'm not. So, um, it's kind of just, it just depends. Like, I'm not the head person who makes calls. It's kind of it's a group effort. It's
Sure.
me, or one other guy, Brian, and Logan, and we all just kind of, we talk, and we all mention what we see in the car, and, we all put our 2 cents in on what we think we could do to be better, and then we just all kind of agree on something, and we make it happen.
you're all just part of a team. You don't have a
Yeah,
particular position. You're a jack of all trades, you could say.
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is obviously something totally. Is this something you could see yourself doing for years to come, or do you have other aspirations with racing? That was a pretty big word.
Yeah, I definitely think I see myself, I want to do this for a couple more years. I want to travel a couple more years. I want to learn. I want to grow. I don't really know what the future looks like or what I want to do. I want it to always involve racing in some way. Whether that's opening up my own shop, or, have my own team or something. Like, I haven't got that far yet. I'm kind of just enjoying where I'm at right now. And enjoying the next few years traveling, being on the road. Um, and that's kind of just where I'm at.
So what makes this fun for you? What I mean,
Uh,
what is it about racing that just makes it fun?
I think there's a lot of adrenaline to it, and I enjoy that. And then I think also too, just it brings family that's not even blood related to you, together.
Yep.
So,
The racing
with me
family.
doing the shark deal right now, like, I consider them all my family, and none of us are related, but, you just grow over time. You all care for one another. You all look out for each other. You learn how to have fun with everyone. And, yeah, you just go on.
So, um, sliding kind of towards a different question here that popped in my head. I've looked the schedule over different times throughout the last month. You just said there's basically two of you and Logan. Now, so I'm wondering, getting from track to track, do you have your CDL? Can you drive the tow rig and everything, or how are you guys going to get to each track? Or
Yeah. So, our other crew guy, Brian, he has his CDL. And then I do have a CDL, but with me not being 21 yet, I can't even drive out of the state of Oregon. So
yep,
it doesn't really benefit me. And, I think that's also too, with that being a law, it's hard getting a job too, because most of these teams are looking for someone with a CDL because when you got to drive, to the West Coast and then back out to the East Coast, like
Yep.
it's nice to have two drivers. So in our case, we only have one, and it's going to be a lot, but it's good that the Outlaws give us enough time to get to the track that we're going to.
Like I said, I looked at the schedule, and I do know you go from California to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And that's a drive.
How old are you?
I'm only 19.
19.
So we said she only had to go back a few years. See, for you and me to go back to 19 is a long ways, bud.
You got that right. Oh man!
But
what tracks have you been to that you have enjoyed the most for whatever reasons?
I would say Port Royal. I think it just raced really good. As well as Volusia. I've never been to Volusia until a couple weeks ago, and that place it's cool. It gets pretty slick, and it can put on a pretty good show. And so I would say those two. I like the bigger tracks. I feel like they just put on pretty good racing. But I've also been to some bull rings too that that's kind of what I grew up around with, bull rings, and it's tight racing, and you're most likely probably going to get either. It's pretty hard to pass clean. Let's just say that. So you're a little more edge on if you're going to get junked or not. But I would say probably Port or Volusia are probably my two favorite.
Volusia, that new dirt they put on, really put on a show this year, I thought.
Yeah, I thought that too. I mean, we've watched film back for the past previous years or whatever, and it did seem like this year has so far put on a little bit better racing for the fans.
And I can't argue with Port because I've been there twice, and we just got done with Earl on the show. He's the announcer for Port. So, but is there even a half-mile track left on the West Coast?
So Calistoga is the closest, and they ran one. They ran one race last year there, and I think they're trying to get it open again.
Because was it Stockton or something? Didn't they shorten that track up just last year or something?
Yep. Yeah, they shortened it up quite a bit, but that wasn't quite a half mile. Okay. But they shortened it up.
Because you go way back, then there was Ascot and tracks like that, but none of them are around anymore.
Yeah.
The big ones, but that's way before your time. That's probably been closed longer than you've been alive. So.
Oh gosh.
I'm dating myself just a little bit there, but anyways. So obviously you got a big year planned. You want to keep doing this. I just want to say, I think it's really cool that you got the opportunity to do it. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. I'm grateful for it. Like I said, the past couple years, I've always seen myself going on the road or just kind of staying in the sport of racing. And so far, that's what I'm doing. I'm just slowly trying to grow myself and learn more. Like I said, it's fun learning it, and to me, I say it's easy, but that's just because I enjoy it so much. So I don't find it difficult to be doing this as a job.
Of course, Bud, we got people listening, and they're correcting us. He tells me that a J, I'm going to screw this last name up, Warmond, maybe? He says Paris is a half mile.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Paris. But, we High Limit ran there earlier in the year last year.
Yeah. But then he also said that Carlia is awesome. I've been fortunate to speak to her after the races. A great ambassador of the sport and a great addition to Shark Racing.
There you go.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Like I said, I'm sure I screwed up his last name, but the first name I got right. Jay, I can do Jay. So I apologize, Jay, if I screwed up the last one too bad. But that's how we roll, because I had to write your name down. I finally, here just a little bit ago, I finally thought of Mom's name. I didn't dare call her by name earlier because I couldn't think of it. So, but it came to me. It's Tara.
Yeah.
How many tracks? This is probably a tough question. How many tracks do you think you've been to total, different tracks racing with Tanner and so? Because this year you're going to be to how many different tracks just in 1 year?
Yeah. I think this year I probably go to close to probably I want to say 60 different tracks at least, or maybe somewhere between 50 to 60. But with Tanner, gosh, I don't know. It's definitely up there. I would say maybe somewhere between like maybe close to 50, I want to say. Cause we did travel quite a bit
Yeah.
in like that 21 area with like, we did ASCS a little bit. We ran all-star races. So we ran, quite a bit in like Ohio. We went to a bunch of different tracks there. So yeah, I would say it's probably close to about maybe 50 tracks.
A few more than you and me, bud.
Yeah, but that's cool that in 1 year she's probably going to see
Double
as
the
much
number
as
of tracks she's seen before. So
that's just going to be so awesome.
that's going to be a
for
lot
you.
of fun for you, I bet. I think you're going to
Oh
really enjoy the
yeah, no,
year.
absolutely. I'm excited, and like I said, I mean, we go to Canada this year. I've never been out of the United States, so that's going to be a whole nother experience just going there, and that's one place I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I can safely say I've never been out of the U.S. either, but then again, I've only ever flown twice in my life, so hey. And once was to Vegas last year, or home from Vegas last year, so that was my second trip.
There you go.
So at 59, I travel a lot.
Yeah. There you go.
So, anyways.
What do you think? Should we get to some rapid fire?
She's probably it's getting later out there already. Of course, she's young. She probably don't go to bed on time anymore. But
Yeah.
So we'll hit you up with these rapid fire questions, and we don't want to keep you here all night.
What's your favorite kind of ice cream?
Oh, probably just either chocolate chip mint or cookies and cream. Probably cookies and cream.
Yep, that works. You a cat or a dog person?
Dog person.
Okay. I was going to say that might be good because does Logan have a dog? He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
He has two dogs, and one of them, Bubba. He's our like little shop dog. He'll come out and hang out and explore around the shop, and then go back inside. But he's pretty cool.
That always helps when you like the same thing the boss likes.
Right.
Outside of racing, do you have any hobbies?
No, not really. I mean, I do a little bit of shopping, but that's really all I do.
Well, that's the girl in you. Every girl likes to shop a little bit, don't they?
Right. Yeah.
I just honestly, my wife's in Phoenix seeing our daughter down there, and I just got a text with your emoji,
credit card's being used. Oh,
like yikes! I spent a little bit of money today. I'm like, oh great.
Oh gosh.
So, couple other people that really like you, Carly, and I'm gonna screw this guy's. It's a Mike Zamatis.
Oh yeah, it's Mantis.
Okay,
yeah.
I was pretty close on that one. He says you're the best. He even thanked us for having her on, bud. And
he's our California friends.
And a Katie Cooley.
Yeah, that's one of my. She's like a second mom.
Oh, there you go. They're listening too, so don't say anything bad on these last 10 questions. All right, where are we? Okay, number 4. How about a favorite movie? Now, this took Earl a long time because Earl's a movie buff, so.
Yeah, I watch lots of movies too, and I actually just watched this one today, Days of Thunder. I would say that's probably one of my favorites.
Quite a few people like that, but it is a good movie.
Yep.
But then we just lost, can't say the name in the movie. The mechanic.
I think it's Harry
Hogg. The character Harry Hogg. I can't say his real name either because I'm really good with names, but he just passed away like this week.
Oh, that's too bad. Do you prefer snow or rain?
Rain, because snow you normally get. That means that you're probably stuck inside.
And which it looked like you just had a bunch of snow out in Oregon.
Yeah. When I left Pennsylvania, the snow was going away, and then when I got home, it all hit the day I was flying back out to Pennsylvania, and they got a couple inches, so I got out of there just in time.
Yeah, you're flying. You got your plane flights just at the right time.
Right.
So now, being she's a little younger, we don't know what this answer will be.
This will be interesting.
If you were going to be stranded on an island, what type of music would you have to have along to listen to?
Oh, I love country music, so it doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm always listening to country.
The new stuff or the older stuff? See, I like to listen to the 80s country.
Yeah, I normally go to like early 2000s. I like Luke Bryan or like older Blake Shelton kind of music.
Yep,
that's what I normally got on.
That works too. Bud don't like country music, so I love to talk country music with people.
Yeah, I don't mind a Garth Brooks or a Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. I don't, Steve Earle. So,
Yep.
Do you have a favorite place to go out to eat?
Yeah, there's it's called Tempura Grill. It's in Mechanicsburg, and it's probably one of the best Japanese food I've ever had.
Oh,
So,
Tobe and I aren't going to go there. We're not.
no, you don't do Japanese food?
Nope.
Yeah, I haven't really tried it. If it's cooked, I might
Oh,
try it. I ain't eating sushi.
yeah. Well, no, yeah, no. I don't do like raw fish or like any raw seafood. It has to, yeah, no, it has to be cooked.
Yeah.
And there's only so much I'll try past my limits.
Now, we just had an awesome fish fry here 2 weeks ago in the garage.
Yep.
We cooked
Oh,
up a whole
nice.
bunch of fresh crappie.
Yeah,
Well, it was fresh from this summer, but we ate way too much.
It was really good.
By the way, we've had 2 people comment that it's Robert Duvall,
Yep.
which, yep, now I know that. And then also, our sponsor from out in Pennsylvania said, if you like to shop, you got to come to the Morning Sun Marketplace in Thomasville,
Okay, I'll have to.
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But yeah, they're open on the weekends, which you're probably racing. But you can wander around in there for hours.
He has 3 buildings that are like football field long.
Oh
And
gosh,
it's
I'll have to check
all
them out.
full of separate little vendors. And I mean, I think
Oh,
there was
really? That's
10
cool.
different places to eat. And then there's buildings, little outbuildings and stuff. It's quite something if you ever
Farmers
get a
market
chance.
during the summer.
So if you get a little time off, I don't know how far you are from Thomasville, which is down
Yeah, I
towards
would
the
have to look.
Gettysburg
I'm
area.
still
Which
still
you'd have to
learning
get
the area.
You know.
But
Well, let's see here. We're on 8, I think, Tobe.
8, it's my turn already again?
Yeah.
Okay, how about a favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Yeah.
I think it's just all the lights. Gotta love all the lights.
Yep. How many speeding tickets do you have in your young age?
Oh, none. I've never been pulled over, and I hope I never am.
So you haven't even had to talk your way out of any?
No, well, I do take that back. It wasn't because I was speeding. I do remember Tanner and I did get pulled over once actually. Um, and that was because we had the merch trailer on, and we actually just unhooked the merch trailer because we were picking up a sprint car engine. So we had to disconnect it and go get the engine and then connect it back. Well, when we connected it back, we didn't push the plug for the lights all the way in.
Oh.
And we
yep.
started going down I-5, going through California, and a state trooper pulled us over saying we had no lights, and we had no idea. But that's the only like really encounter I've ever had with a police officer.
Oh, that's not a bad one.
No.
Anybody
I've had
can-
more
Yeah,
encounters
I tried.
than that.
I try
Well-
not to speed or do anything dumb.
You'll have to ask Logan. Fritz is still talking to us here. He says Logan's been to the marketplace before.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyways, I keep getting sidetracked. You ever notice we don't have any? We told you we don't have an order to this thing, so you never know where we're
Hey,
going.
that's sometimes the best way to do it.
That is for us. So this next one here, we'll blame this one maybe on Tanner or somebody you're riding with. We'll say, but what's the fastest you've ever driven down the highway, or say ridden with somebody?
We can throw the wild card out there and just say you were a passenger. And
Yeah,
there's
you don't have
nothing
to
else
say you were
could do.
driving. Being mom's listening, maybe, and so on. But
Yeah, I was gonna say my mom's probably listening. I don't know. I think maybe the fastest I've ever ridden with someone is probably like 90.
well, that ain't
That was
That's
because we were
not
probably
bad
just
at
trying to
all.
get home.
Hell, if you're in
Yeah,
California, you
no.
about have to drive that fast to not get run over.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like LA area. Yeah.
So I've been told.
Yeah, no, we try not to drive fast. Tanner and I are we're pretty good about that.
That's good. What's your favorite go-to beverage? What do you enjoy drinking?
Recently it's been I've been on a kick with either Pepsi or Coca-Cola.
Oh, Pepsi.
But
That a girl.
yeah, either or. It's normally that's just kind of like whatever we have in the fridge there in the shop is just grab and go, right?
I'm
Okay,
starting to
but-
like her even more. Country music, Pepsi. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really can't be Pepsi or Coke, though. I mean, you gotta like pick one of them. See,
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
do
Diet
feel like I
Coke
lean
guy,
more
and
towards Coke.
I would.
No, well, okay. No. Yeah. Now she ain't as nice as I thought she was.
Yeah, if I go to a place that only has the Pepsi products, Diet Pepsi, I get a lemonade. I won't
Oh.
drink Diet Pepsi.
See,
can't
now I
stand
can
it.
drink anything that's not diet.
Yeah.
Just Pepsi's my preference.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there again, being I'm a little weird. Now, if I go somewhere and you got fountain Coke or fountain Pepsi, I'm taking the fountain Coke.
Yeah, you
Fountain
are
pop
weird.
is better that way. I got my preferences, but I'm a little, they're going to call me a pop connoisseur. Is there a word? Is that actual word?
I have no idea.
They got wine
Probably.
connoisseurs and stuff. So I don't know, but we'll run with it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the last question. Last question.
Okay. If you just won the lottery, had more money than you knew what to do with, is there a car, a pickup, a boat, a motorhome? Is there just something you've always dreamed of having?
I don't really know. I mean, I definitely just probably buy a truck. It'd probably just be some sort of Ford, probably a Ford like 350. But I mean, if I just won the lottery, yeah, I'm buying me a new vehicle. But then the rest is going towards like I said, a race team or open up my own shop or something.
That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Her own race team.
Yeah. Like I'd probably definitely spend a little bit on myself, but then yeah, the rest, like if it was a lot, then yeah, it's going back towards racing for sure.
We've discussed it a lot, and we won't buy a race team, but we would have Hoagie's garage on a lot of different vehicles. We'd be doing some
Yeah, there
sponsoring.
you go.
I don't want the headaches of owning a team. Then
No,
you gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
We just buy motors and
Yeah, things like that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely takes a lot to do a race team. I mean, I've never ran my own or whatever, but being a part of Tanner's deal and now this, like, I can see it. It takes a lot.
Yep, you understand it way better than we do, but we know enough to know that we don't know enough to run the race team.
Yeah.
We'll just hand out some cash periodically.
Yeah.
We got to win the lottery first.
There you go. Yeah. Better start buying tickets.
Yeah, well, I buy one or so a month when I remember, but so I'm not too hardcore about it, but I try.
Well, Carly, this has been a blast for us. We wish you the best this year. I think, you're going to have a blast the way it sounds. And hopefully you guys are out there kicking butt every night.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We're going to have a good year. We're going to give it our all. And, thanks for having me on. I really enjoyed this.
That's
You
good.
bet.
That's good. We try to make it fun, and we will stop by and say hi when we see you in person just to say thank you.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. Absolutely. Come by, say hi, chit chat a little bit more.
All right.
I will miss the Memorial Day race, though, when you come to Houston. It's the first night, because then I'll be in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, gosh, we're switching.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Bad.
It's tough to do, but.
Too bad for Tobe. I'll be there.
Sometimes life sucks. You just got to do things,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'll harass your brother for you in Pennsylvania.
There you go.
All right. Have a great night.
All right. Take care, Carly.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys too. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See ya.